Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Theriot, and today I have an exciting new video for you guys. Today, I want to talk about why I no longer do retargeting campaigns inside of my Facebook ad account. And it's going to be kind of two-part video. This will be the first part video to talk about today of why I no longer do it. And then the second video is how basically my simple ad account structure now with no retargeting campaigns allows me to scale significantly faster inside of an ad account. So before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and let's dive into it, guys. So I'm just going to apologize first. I haven't had my caffeine yet. I'm a little low energy today, and I'm still jet lagged. Just got back from a weekend trip in Santa Monica. So we're going to do our best today in today's video, but let's go and start talking about this. So with 14.5, I've kind of started shifting away from retargeting campaigns. I used to have the, back in like 2020, all the way through 2015, I had, pretty much three retargeting campaigns, or three retargeting campaigns. Those consisted of MOFU, BOFU, and existing customers. Now, middle of funnel, obviously is your engagement. Bottom of funnel is more of like your add to carts, your initiate checkouts, and things like that. And existing customers is just a list of your existing customers. So that's pretty much the three stages of retargeting that we'll be using. Now, since 14.5, we saw a big hit in retargeting. We really noticed it more in the bottom of funnel, things that are off Facebook, website visitors, add to carts, initiate checkouts. We noticed we had to spend significantly less due to the retargeting bucket being smaller due to people being opted out of tracking. Now, so our bottom of funnel really took a big hit. Existing customers also took a big hit too, because it was already a super small audience. So honestly, we just cut it out of our account completely, and we just focus on email marketing and text message marketing for those specific group of people. Now, bottom of funnel, we also, again, spending significantly less. Middle funnel didn't really take much of a hit. Engagement, video views. So we pretty much just grouped our bottom funnel and middle funnel together into one ad set, and we basically just ran with that. It's basically just an ad set with 7-day and 30-day website visitors, video views, social engagement, all that good stuff. And the problem with that is that we still noticed, just not the same results that we used to see prior to retargeting. And we actually got to a point where we just started cutting out a retargeting campaign completely. And we noticed an improvement in performance because it pretty much allowed Facebook to spin all in one place. Now, when Facebook is spin all in one place, it gets to learn better, it's to optimize better. We see lower CPMs. Lower CPMs equates to lower cost per clicks, all that fun stuff. So you basically spend less to get better results. So another thing too about retargeting is that we'll actually notice in our top of funnel campaigns that Facebook distributes some of those ads as retargeting ads. Now, I'm going to show you that in a second, exactly what I mean by that. But before we get into that, I'm not basically saying, hey, we have an ad account with, like 5 or 2 retargeting ads in the ad set and 2 bottom funnel ads in the ad set. Like you'll see in a second. So let's jump into an ad account. Let's say lead generation ad account. I'm pretty much just showing you guys this one because it's like our biggest spender per day right now. We have another 1 or 2 that's also crushing it too. But so this is an account, and I just have to pretty much just one campaign selected, but just because the other campaigns are relevant for this video, and this is the primary campaign we're spending all our money in. So I'm just gonna click into it. Now, obviously, it's a CBO campaign, and we have one ad set in it. And the reason why we have one ad set in here is because it's a broad audience. It's that's pretty much all we're using now. I'm not gonna say that you need to go out there and start using it. I would say it's something that you need to test and figure out if it works for you. I would test your best performing creatives against a broad audience. And a broad audience, all that is age, gender, and demo. I'm still finding some accounts that are struggling with it, but I love it because, one, it allows for pretty much infinite scalability. Like if you have a broad audience that's crushing it, you can push that budget really hard because you have such a big pool of people. Secondly, you also have you're cutting out another step in the process of optimization. Not worried about audience testing anymore. So I just put new creatives in this account and that's it. So all my time now is spent on creative testing. I spend literally 15 minutes in this account a week. All the other time it's building creatives, audience research. So I'm just gonna leave that right there. So I have a lot more focus around one specific area. Now I want to dive in here and I want to show y'all something. If you go inside of this ad set, you can literally click this tool called inspect. Now, again, you want to change it to like last 7 days before you do this. And you also want to make sure that's been running longer than at least 24 or 48 hours. Now, when I click on inspect right here, you'll see something interesting. So if you ever did this before, you'll notice that there's a few different tools up here. So, if I just, I think you can unselect me one. But anyway, so there's a few different tools. One of them that are a few things we like to look at is first time impression ratio, auction overlap, and then your cost per result. So if I do like first time impression ratio, you can see right here over time that first time impression ratio actually starts to drop. And we also can see our cost per lead actually rising as we get that first time impression ratio to rise, to go up. So first time ratio dropping, cost per lead rising. Now, what does that signal to me? That basically just signals to me, hey, like we either need to add some new creatives or we need to go ahead and probably duplicate this ad set, and we can duplicate this ad set one time. And sometimes we'll see that performance pop back up in that sense. But to understand first why, what does that first time impression ratio mean? So basically, that is the percentage of impressions on a day-to-day basis. That's first time versus second, third, fourth, fifth. So we're noticing that 34% on March 18th, 25% on March 19th. So we're noticing out of the, let's see, we can actually show you this from another perspective right here. If I go performance and clicks, I should be able to see impressions. So out of yesterday, the 232,000 impressions we got yesterday, only 20% was first time, or 25%. So out of those 232,000 impressions, 58,000 were first time impressions. So that means that, let's do 75. 174,000 impressions were basically people yesterday. That's because that's how many people we reached. Out of that 232,000, like 174,000 were second, third, fourth, fifth. And out of the 232,000 yesterday, 58,000 were first time. So you're basically reaching less people. So what does that mean? Why is this important right here to understand? That's basically saying that Facebook is taking those creatives, those ads in that ad set, and they're reusing them to hit people again, aka retargeting. So that's another reason why we do not use retargeting anymore, because why do we need second, third, fourth campaigns when you can do them all in one ad set? So that's the big reason why we like to look at first time impression ratio. Now, when you first create an ad set, this is going to be high. It's be like 99, 100%. This campaign has been running for a long time. Let's say 30 days, 14 days. Let's see. We'll see in a second. So we launched it on March 5th. And you can see right there over time, it dropped, kind of rose, 48, 39, 40. And it's been just hovering around that range right here. And right here, this is our really good cost per lead right here. And then you can also see, let's do first time impression ratio. So you can see as first time impression ratio drops, cost per lead, again, we're shooting for like a $34 cost per lead. So we're hitting good KPIs all right here for about 7 days. And then we notice when that first time impression ratio, you can just see that cost per lead shoot up really high. Now, there's actually another correlation of why cost per lead jumped up on this specific account. It's actually a website error. So that's the main reason why. So it's not the exact reason why for this video, but just show you guys another thing to look at. Now, let's look at one more thing for you guys, and that's auction overlap rate. So auction overlap is basically the percentage of auction overlap you have within your account. Now, why is that important to understand? Because the more auction overlap you have, the higher your cost per lead will be, or cost per acquisition, cost per purchase. This applies to e-com, this applies to courses, it applies to anything. It's just standard Facebook metrics to understand. So when auction overlap rises, that's basically just meaning you have too many competing ad sets in the account, aka why we don't have 10 different audiences running in our CBO. We only have one, maybe two at rare times if we can't get a broad to work on a particular account, okay? So that's the percentage of auction overlap. I've had, when I first came to this account, they had like a 20% auction overlap, cut a bunch of stuff, cost per lead dropped, and they were able to scale from $2,000 to $10,000 a day in that terms right there. So that's one to look at. Now, that's auction overlap rate inside your account. Now, let's look at auction competition. So this is different. This is the competition within the market. So this is not you versus you. This is you versus your competitors. Okay. So auction competition is you competing against other people. So if we look right here in this auction competition, we can see cost per lead, really good KPIs, everything like that. And as you can see, the cost per auction competition really shot up over a few days, where cost per lead was naturally higher. Now, that basically just means there's more people in the market advertising, things like that. Things are shooting up. So you can't really control this at all. This is just a variable that's in the market. This is, also why I like broad audiences, because if everyone's shooting for engaged shoppers, then obviously it's going to have a really high auction competition. Now, audience saturation, this is another cool one. So it's just showing frequency lifetime. So frequency lifetime is basically just the lifetime frequency on that particular ad set. First time impression ratio, again, that's more of a lifetime one. And then reach lifetime, it shows you the people we reached over time, things like that. So, and then auction overlap rate right here. And this is where you can actually see what ad sets are you're competing against inside of your account. I only worry about this when it's like 10% or more. This 0.9%, 0.3%, 0.2%, these is so small. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, when you do creative testing inside of your account, aren't you competing against each other? Yes, but it's such a small, minute percent that it's not going to make a macro level in terms of performance. So, but yeah, so this is basically why we don't do retargeting, and also just kind of digging through the inspect tool. Now, how does my ad account look like in that perspective right there? So if we look at this ad set right here, you can basically just see inside of here, there's 17 ads in here. And what I pretty much do is just I find new winners, drag and drop them in, and I see performance shoot up for a few days. So let's get burnt out, drop new winners in. Like it's very easy. I test new creative and creative testing. I drop new ads in a scaling campaign as I find that they're winners. They've had some good results, not just some iffy results. I want good results, because if you are spending a few $1,000s a day on a creative and it's performing iffy at a low budget, it's going to do horrible at a high budget. So you need to make sure you have a very strong winner in the creative testing before you move it to scaling. And some of you guys will never, but will take you a long time to find those winning creatives. But that's the key right there. Find those strong winners before you move into scaling. You can see really good results with Facebook ads. So just something to look out for. So in terms of, Nick, do you leave 4 ads on or 6 ads on? Personally, I don't care. I look at the lifetime spend, and I want to see an ad have 3x my target CPA or 1x my AOV, just depending on what the account is. If it's lead generation, app installs, or course signups, or e-com purchases, it just depends on what I'm optimizing for here. And as long as it's met those metrics, then I start looking at cost per results. And if the cost per result is good, I leave it on. If its cost per result is bad, turn it off. That's it. Very simple. And I may have I've had one account with 10 ads running in our main ad set. We saw the best performance ever. Fortunately, that account got hacked and it's gone. But before that, yeah, we literally had just one campaign, one ad set, 10 ads, $3,000 a day budget, and they were crushing it. They saw the best performance they ever saw before. So that's just the key here, things to look at. And this is also going to cut down my time in the account significantly. And due to it cutting down my time in the account, I can focus more on what drives results, and that's creative and messaging. Messaging and creative, like that right there, is going to drive the biggest impact in the account. Things that's going to drive long-term impact than I found an audience to run with for a few days before it burns out. So looking for long-term stuff, not short-term stuff that's just gonna make me a quick few bucks and then that's it. Then I have to rebuild everything in the future. So, all right, guys, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank y'all so much for watching, and make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you would love to kind of hop on a call and talk with me and my team and everything, we work with brands that ultimately spend at least $50,000 per month on paid advertising. So if that looks like you, click below to book a call with me and my team. We'll hop on a call We'll audit your brand, we'll give you a strategy, and then you can take that strategy and run with it, or you'll have the option to work with us if you choose. So make sure to click the link below to book that call. Now, if you're not spending that type of money with paid advertising and you still want to learn more about how we can help you, stay on the lookout. Keep subscribed to the channel. These videos are engineered to make you more money. And secondly, I may be dropping a course soon. This is something I'm putting together where it's to kind of go through everything you see on my YouTube channel. It's just in a course format to where you can essentially basically, like, instead of you trying to figure out what videos to put together, it's basically the same videos, just more an organized format. And I'll show you guys a few things that you probably don't see on YouTube. So that'd be pretty cool as well. So thank you all so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment below what do you think about kind of this strategy here I've been using for the last few months. So talk to you guys later. Peace out.